All right, everybody. Welcome to this awesome live stream, take two. Meaning I did one yesterday and it was wrought with some technical issues. Oh, we can hear me in the background. Turn it down. It's good that I can hear myself, though. It means that it's working. Okay, so in this video, in this live stream, we are going to be having a chat about what's going on in upcoming shows and upcoming happenings with MiniWarGaming. And we're trying to do more live shows. Right now, this is kind of filler content where we're just making shows to get our numbers up for our live stream and promote Twitch. We're eventually going to have more established shows with a regular schedule, for example. For example, live sit and talks will be every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time when it's daylight time. And I'll be doing the first one tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. And we'll be having our role-playing show starting soon. Dave will be doing his Shrine of Chaos more regularly. We're going to be talking about all that. The whole point of this is to talk about all of that. And so I just want to start promoting that idea, and that we are really going to be we're diving headfirst into live streaming. And it's not going to affect our other content because we'll still continue to do that. And I should really not have the live stream on in front of me because that's just distracting, seeing myself delayed. And we're getting people following too, Tyro 2. I turned off the sound for the following thing because it can get annoying sometimes. But let me just open up the chat so I can say hi to y'all. Canada has all the time zones, says Mamdare. We do. We have a lot of time zones where we stretch very far from west to east. We go from Pacific all the way out to whatever they have in Newfoundland, because there's actually one time zone that's a half an hour difference, and that is just weird. So one thing I want to say right away is we're currently streaming both. Oh, we don't have our light on. We forgot about the light. How do you turn on the light, Colin? Is Colin gone? There's a little light that
activate. It's voice activate.
Activate. It doesn't work, Josh. You troll. Anyways, we're still in the process of making the live studio, so this is pretty ugly, as you can see. Just lights getting through the windows, a boring background. It's going to be interesting. It should have lots of stuff. But if you're currently watching on YouTube, we are working towards becoming a Twitch affiliate and eventually a Twitch partner after that. In order to do that, you have to get a lot of concurrent viewers. And so if you are watching us on YouTube, I am only going to be paying attention to the Twitch chat. In fact, the giveaways that I'm going to be doing, which I'll be giving away one of each of these, the Kill Team Commander and Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault. These are unopened. This is actually a complete game, and this one's an expansion to Kill Team. Will only be in the Twitch chat. Not that I don't like YouTube, I love YouTube, but since this is all about building up our Twitch stream, essentially once you become a Twitch affiliate and a Twitch partner, you're not allowed to stream simultaneously. In other words, anything you stream on Twitch is supposed to be exclusive to Twitch for at least 24 hours. So you can't even post the video right away onto YouTube afterwards. It has to be 24 hours. And so I need all of you YouTube guys to come over to Twitch, get our numbers up. We're at 182 people right now, as far as I can see right here, which is awesome, because we need to average 75 to become a partner. But the higher we can get this number, the higher it'll help our average for the whole month. I have no, Lord of Shackle says, I have no sound. So I think everybody else has sounds though, just because nobody's really complained about it since that. So hopefully the sound is working fine. I heard it over there. But yes, but thank you to anybody, of course, who's watching on YouTube. YouTube obviously being a big source of our business, so it's not that I don't like it, it's just a different platform. So live streaming will be focused, once we become affiliates, it'll be exclusively on Twitch. Well, all the main shows will be exclusively on Twitch. A lot of things will still get posted to YouTube. Some things, once we are able to have some Twitch subscribers, we'll activate that. If you want to help support the stream, any donations are hugely welcome. Oh, so the sound does work. And somebody subscribed. Hold on, he subscribed? I thought people weren't allowed to subscribe. Now I'm really confused. How did somebody subscribe? Isn't subscribing like a payment thing? I'm really confused. But thank you, Sombero, for following, and whoever just subscribed. Oh, I lost it already. I'm still getting used to this technology. Oh, no. Oh, we got to... Oh, it's showing me people subscribing on YouTube. That's what that is. So Greg just subscribed over on YouTube. Thank you, Greg, for subscribing on YouTube. Because subscriptions in YouTube and Twitch mean two different things. In Twitch, it's actually a paid thing. We'll be signing up at the $4.99 per month thing, which is normal. And then subscribing on YouTube, obviously. That's the same as following on Twitch. So if you can come on over to Twitch and follow, we're getting a ton of people following, so their names are going to be popping up like crazy. I'm not going to be able to catch them all. I apologize. Madetree27, are you planning to combine the Vault membership and Twitch subscribe? Yes and no. Basically, any content that is exclusive to Twitch, videos on demand afterwards, we will also upload to the MiniWarGaming Vault. But for example, we're going to be doing a MiniWarGaming Dungeons & Dragons show starting hopefully the first Tuesday in December. And what we'll do is we'll live stream it, so you can watch it for free while it's live streamed. And then usually about 2 to 3 days later, we'll post it for free on YouTube. If once we have our Twitch affiliate program in place, in order to watch the video on demand after we live stream it, live stream will always be free. You have to be a Twitch subscriber, which is a paid thing. But if you don't want to pay, you can just wait a few days and it'll come out on YouTube in time for you to watch it before the next week's show. But there will be certain shows that we'll also do that'll stay exclusive behind the videos on demand, so you have to be a Twitch subscriber. Those ones will also take that, and within the next few days, we'll also post it to the Vault. Now, waiting a few days isn't to punish Vault members, it's simply to give us time to render it, get it uploaded, get it prepared, and get it onto the Vault as well. So it's kind of combining. By being a Vault member, you'll get access to everything that the Twitch subscribers have, but a Twitch subscriber will get instant access to it really quickly. So if you're looking for an extra way to support us, if you're already a Vault member, if you want to become a Twitch subscriber, there's still that extra benefit of having access to all the extra emoticons or emojis and the videos on demand right away rather than waiting. And it also just helps support us as well. Other ways to support us, of course, is through the donations. Like, for example, it should pop up right here. Can we test it? Donation. Boom. It would show up. Oh, it disappeared already from somebody following. But it would show up on here as well. And I will give you a nice shout out for that as well, just to help us to get all this rolling. Because a lot of these shows, because they're on Twitch, they're not going to be in the Vault. Like, they're not going to follow the traditional way that we do with the Vault, where it's like one's for free, one's in the Vault, one's for free, one's in the Vault. All those shows will continue. Narrative campaigns will continue. Battle reports will continue. Painting tutorials and all that kind of stuff. All of that is going to continue. It's just this new stuff is going onto a different platform. And so since it's not encouraging people to sign up to the Vault, then we need to monetize it. And that's monetized through the Twitch subscribers program and also through any of the donations you guys want to give throughout our streams. But I will be, and I'll answer a bunch of your questions in the chat as well. The chat's going way faster than I could possibly keep up with all of them. So one person just asked, Akimoto Akoto says, what are you guys giving away? Giving away literally what was in the thumbnail, Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault. So this is, it's not an expansion, it's the next, it's kind of an expansion of the Shadespire, but this box contains the entire game. So you don't have to have Shadespire already. And then Kill Team Commander, which is an expansion to the Kill Team game. It comes with all the rules for playing with fun commanders and all that. We'll be doing that partway through the stream in the Twitch chat only. So once again, if you're on YouTube, come on over to Twitch and join us. We're at 299 viewers. Awesome. This is great. Let's see if we can get it up to 400. That would be so good. If you could share this, to share that we're doing a live show right now on your Facebook or anywhere that you can and help promote this, you'll help us so much. Because right now we're just Twitch noobs. And so we need to show Twitch that we're serious business and get it all up high. Okay. Somebody's making an extra account. That's awesome. So let's answer a couple questions before. Now tomorrow is a live sit and talk where I'll just kind of answer any questions. So I'll go through a couple questions right now, and then I want to talk about the things that I have written down. Is the giveaway location restricted? Couch Warrior 3000 says, no, it shouldn't be. So Vakish says, so if I understand you correctly, for now, Twitch is instant access and exclusively for live streaming. That's what it will be, yes, once we get all. I want to simultaneously stream to YouTube. That's what I'd want to do all the time, but Twitch forbids that when you become an affiliate. So, and since that's our way to monetize it, we're going to conform to that. But right now, we can still stream to both, and that's our way to promote Twitch. So we'll do that for the next few shows until we get signed on. Uncle Servo says, all right, Matt, I installed and signed up to Twitch just for you guys. Awesome, thank you. Okay. Paint at Dawn. Matt, did Dave talk to you about growing a beard? You definitely should. I don't think I could. I don't think I could. Just don't have all the testosterone that Josh has to take all the hair from here and put it here. I do shave like every other day to keep it from getting raggedy looking. Like I guess I could grow a bit of a goatee, but like nothing grows here except like 5 hairs here and 3 hairs here. I get, you know, I'd get a fine amount of growth for a mustache and stuff down here. Barely anything. Nothing grows like right in here. So I don't know. I guess that is one style of goatee, but maybe one day I'll try it. Well, there was one time, I can't remember why I decided to do it, but I went like 3 weeks without shaving just to see what it started to look like. And I just couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand the facial hair, so I eventually shaved it off. ASP86, I haven't been watching too often. Has Quirk really not been in a video for a month? Quirk is no longer working at MiniWarGaming. I'm not going to go into details of all that. I'm just going to say that he's no longer working here. You may or may not see him in future battle reports as well. And that's all I'll say on that subject. Will you send a giveaways outside of Canada? Woodsy568 says yes. The answer is yes. Mamdare, Twitch is free thought. YouTube is restricted devil viewing. I don't know. YouTube's been pretty awesome for us. Okay, so Mamdare says, are you coming to LVO this year? No, we don't have plans to be doing many conventions over 2019 and 2018 just because we want to focus a lot on the stuff that I'm about to talk about. So let's just jump into that. And then I'll answer some questions about it as well. So I'm just going to minimize the chat for a moment. I promise to come back to it. It's just, I get distracted by it. It's like I can't have a TV on in the background if I'm trying to do anything else. I'll watch it. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be my kids watching Paw Patrol, or I'll just get distracted by it. So obviously live streaming is becoming a bigger part of MiniWarGaming. You might be thinking, well, it's about time. And it's true. Live streaming is not a new concept. It's been around for quite a long time now, and it's become very popular over the past few years. But for us, there just wasn't really good timing for it because of our business model, the amount of content that we record and we film, the way that we have guests coming in all the time, so we're kind of adhering to their schedules. It just wasn't, I'm sure we could have maybe made it work, but we just didn't have this really good way to do so, to really do it. What's really catapulted us forward into finally doing it is that I said, okay, I really want to do a MiniWarGaming role-playing game show. I want to make role-playing a cornerstone of MiniWarGaming. Just like miniature wargaming is obviously the main thing right now, I want role-playing to become a very important part of it as well, not at the expense of miniature wargaming. I want to keep emphasizing that because anytime I announce new content, people are always worried that something else is going away. Right now, there's anything that goes away, it's not because something else would replace it, but because it wasn't worth doing, it wasn't getting the views and all of that kind of stuff. And so that's just really important to me that you understand that we still want to give you guys the stuff that you've always liked, narrative campaigns, battle reports being the primary things, of course, with all our little extra shows like the Open Vault that Colin's been doing a great job with. But with the Dungeons and Dragons campaign, I thought, how am I going to produce this and give it out? How are we going to syndicate it? How are we going to distribute it? How are we going to give it to our audience? Because as you probably are aware of right now, the MiniWarGaming Vault is our primary source of income. And the way that we get people in there is basically 2 ways. With our regular battle reports, we make sure we film up 2 of them, and we have 1 for free, 1 in the vault. The narrative campaigns right now, this is the thing, I'm not a huge fan of this, but it works really well for getting people into the vault. And that is we put every other episode out for free and every other episode into the vault. I'd love to do, and I have done exclusive vault narrative campaigns, but that just doesn't do as well because people just, it's hard to get the word out. It's hard to advertise without spending tons and tons of money to people that this is something that they want to watch, because we're not some huge production company that has this huge budget for advertising. Our advertising budget is me paying the guys to make battle reports, and those battle reports go on YouTube. As much as we make some money from the YouTube revenue, really those are all ads to get people to watch our MiniWarGaming Vault content. Now, we don't treat them as ads. We make sure that they're good content, because in order to compete on YouTube, they need to be good content. But narrative campaigns, it's never fully sat right with me that we kind of go between the two, that it's free vault, free vault, free vault. I've always wanted to put out exclusively free narrative campaigns, but it's just a question of, but then how do you monetize that? And what does that do for the business? And so I've been toying with different formats. Like, for example, when we did Ilarath's Awakening, the Age of Sigmar narrative campaign, I filmed with Steve and with Luca. I'm getting that right? I'm going to get these all mixed up. It didn't matter. I was filming with 2 different content producers, and one of them was exclusively on YouTube, and one of them was exclusively in the vault. So you could just follow the story of that one person's part of the story. And they interacted with each other in the sense that they were both going towards the same goal, but that you could kind of just not watch the other one and still be able to enjoy it. I've also done that with, what was the other one? I guess the other ones are still every other. When we did the Deathwatch campaign, Deathwatch Tyrus, then that one I had Quirk, all of his ones were in the vault, whereas Luca's were out for free. And that way you could, and they actually diverged in story so much that they became each of their own narrative campaigns. And so that works as well. But that's, you're still restricting the creativity of the stuff we're trying to put out to a certain format, which is we always have to have this pairing concept. And so for this Dungeons and Dragons, I'm like, this is something totally different. It's not replacing anything that we do, so we can continue doing that, which is working and making us money. But I want this to go out totally for free for a couple of reasons. One, we don't do a lot of RPG shows yet. So I want to build that audience, and it's hard to build the audience when it's behind a paywall. And we plan on doing a 40K Wrath and Glory one coming in the new year as well. And I want that to be free as well because that's a new game and I want it promoted. So, but I'm like, but then if it's out for free, then we're not monetizing it. And all this work that we're putting into it, which is a lot of work, I could be putting into just making more narrative campaigns and doing stuff that we already do. So you should, if you talk to any other guys, like especially Steve and Luca and the rest of my D&D group at home, I've been like, okay, if I have the guests come in from 9 to 5 and we don't live stream it, I could film 2 episodes and that lets us get ahead. I'm like, but I want to live stream it, but if we live stream it, that means we're only getting 1 episode done per week. And eventually I'm just like, you know what, I just got to commit to live streaming and the whole notion behind what that means. And that's what kind of started it. I'm like, and so that's when I went onto Twitch and said, okay, what do I have to do to become a Twitch partner so we can make money from the live streaming? And that's when I saw, well, if you want to be a partner, you've got to be streaming this many hours per month and this many different days per month as well, and have this many concurrent viewers on average in those 30 days. And so that's when I looked at that and said, well, we can't do that if we're just doing a weekly show. We need to have 2 or 3 shows a week at least in order to be able to qualify for this. And so I thought, well, rather than just make up filler shows, let's actually go into this and make some real shows. And that's when we started to look for where we could actually do live studio stuff without taking up one of our existing studios, and we had to rearrange all of that. And we've bought new equipment to make up for the crappy black magic stuff that we had that wasn't working. And Colin's has been familiarizing himself with this and becoming a live show, the live streaming expert, and everything else. So that's where we're starting, and you're just starting to see the beginning of this. I'm just making up I'm doing a few live shows this week just for fun, and just to kind of get started and get our numbers in there, give you guys some content. But eventually we'll have like regular shows. For example, the role-playing shows, which will be every Tuesday, indefinitely, and once a week is the idea right now. Maybe that'll change to more than once a week if we find that they're really popular. We have the live sit and talks that'll be happening every Thursday at 2 p.m. This will replace the regular sit and talks. At least for a while. Maybe we'll switch between the two, or we'll replace the non-live ones. Because I realize that if it's not live, we need to have a way to accept questions from people who can't be on there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time, which I get is a lot of people because people work or they're sleeping because they're, when you're doing live, all of a sudden you're restricting your audience to people who happen to be available at that time, which is, it's so funny that live is even a thing when you really think about it. We went from broadcast TV, where you had to watch at a certain time, to things like YouTube, where it's like, okay, now it's the death of broadcast TV, which in a sense, it has been slowly killing that industry, but then it births this new industry of, but now we're going to live stream over on the internet, and that's a thing now, which is just really interesting that people but they like that interaction, that it creates this thing that broadcast TV and that videos on demand never really gave you, which is that interaction with your audience, which I'm going to do in just a second, I promise. And so there's that. Colin's going to be working on a podcast show, a talk show, where we're going to be having different segments to it. So those are a few of the ideas. I want to do some fun premieres as well. For example, Yagvir and Tor, our upcoming Age of Sigmar narrative campaign, we are going to be actually live streaming them. They're pre-recorded, but we're going to live stream them and interact with you guys during the live stream. And I'm really looking forward to that. So it's a narrative campaign, but it's going to follow a different kind of thing. And we're still going to do other narrative campaigns too, so don't worry about that. But I want to test out this idea that we pre-record it, but then we live stream the pre-recording, so broadcast basically, but we're available while it's doing that, like before, we'll take a break in the middle and we'll afterwards to answer questions, interact with the audience, and we'll be in the live chat as well while it's being played, so that we can be interacting with you guys. So that's something else that we're going to be trying. So let me jump on the chat. I want to just talk to you guys for a little bit here. Where did the chat go? Chat. Yeah, it's going to scroll to the bottom. Right. Miguel Torokova. Are you doing an open vault?
I am doing it.
Oh, wow. We got videos while videoing.
Come into this video. Da-da-da-da. Hello.
Colin is doing an open vault.
Hi.
Say hi to Colin. Hold on. We'll pull up the comments so everybody can say hi to you. Oh, you have to wait a second.
I was going to say, now I'm going to
you have to wait a second.
Chat delay to come in.
Chat delay. Hi, Colin. So he's doing an open vault. This is where he walks around. And
I am.
You're seeing a behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. Hi, look at that. Look at all the highs. Yo, what up, Colin, my dude? Whoa, this is meta.
This is insane.
Colin, you're hurt.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, tell him how you got that injury.
Oh, it's tendonitis from painting this room. It's weird.
Painting one room.
Addressing both cameras.
Yeah, right.
This is confusing.
You told me you were practicing karate all weekend.
What are you doing in the corner, Josh? All right.
Yeah, you're Titus. You're in an open vault. As somebody says, was it knife fighting? It was. It was totally knife fighting.
Totally knife, paint, brush fighting.
Yes.
100%. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is derailed the stream completely.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good.
And
I just want to point out Voldrak. Yeah, you guys leave here if you're going to be open vault. All right, go.
Yeah.
Be gone.
We are going to be.
Wow, that was weird. So he's doing it behind the scenes of us doing a live stream, but the live stream is happening as he does the behind the scenes, which comes out afterwards. So afterwards, there's going to be a video about the live stream, which already happened in the past, not live. Voldrak donated $10. Thank you, Voldrak. Will you grace us with a Beat Matt Bat Rep dance? Now, I don't normally like the whole idea of donate to get me to do stuff, but I'll do a Beat Matt Bat Rep dance. But just for the record, we're not going to be doing donations now dance, monkey dance. Now, although ironically. So basically, Beat Matt Bat Rep dance is a very straightforward dance, but I'll teach it to you if you like. Essentially, it starts off with a, hey everybody, this is Matthew from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome to another, and this is the important part, you make two fists, and then you kind of look side to side as you go back and forth as you pump your fist. Beat Matt Bat Rep. Gotta be very jarring like that. Beat Matt Bat Rep. So that's the Beat Matt Bat Rep dance. So thank you for your $10 and your donation right there. Now I did see somebody post through Super Chat. I cannot pronounce your name. It looks all Russian. They donated 50 rubies or Russian something through Super Chat. So thank you. Now I just want to point out, now we're partway through the stream. If you're on the YouTube, please come on over to Twitch. I'm only reading the chat in Twitch. I'm only doing the giveaways through Twitch, and that's because we need to get our Twitch numbers up to become affiliate and partner. We're at 370 people watching right now, which is fantastic. But thank you so much for that donation of the 50 rubies. I just want to make sure if there's any other donations that I didn't miss them. Okay, no other donations right now. Thank you so much. So let's jump in here. Let's see. Mom Dare says, the Firestorm campaign has been great. Well, thank you. We've been loving filming it. We're almost done filming it, and then we're going to probably tweak the idea, because there's some things about Firestorm that it gets very out of balance very fast, where you're fighting 2,000 points versus 1,300 points or whatever. And so we're working on a 40K version, much bigger, that allows guests to come in. And yeah, I'll talk about that too. Let me write that down. The Shield campaign. I want to talk about that because it's a cool idea that I had that I've been working hard on. But yeah, so I'm glad that you like that. Veiled Architect. Dark Potential 2019. Time for the comeback. You know what? 2019 is going to be busy as it is. Here's what's going to be happening in 2019. First off, I just gave the green light to my web developer to say, screw it. We are scrapping our entire MiniWarGaming website and we're starting from scratch. Now, to you guys, that doesn't mean it'll disappear and then for 3 months you won't have a website. Like, it'll be just one day there'll be a switch. Essentially, we've been working hard to update the website. He's already updated the whole Vault checkout process to just be way better than it is. But through doing that and having to mesh with an old website, it's just so annoying that it's taken way more time than it had to. And so we are going to be totally revamping our site from scratch so that it can actually look like it's part of this this decade or next decade. Because that site's like 10 years old, 11 years old. It was great when we first made it, but it's obviously really old. And it was built by Mike Cousins, actually, Epic Duck Mike. And then I've fiddled with it. I've had other web developers fiddle with it. It's a mess. It's on the outside it might look okay, and maybe not even that okay. But on the inside, it's nerglified zombie wreck. It's horrible, and so it just needs to be scrapped. So that's a big deal because it's going to cost us a lot of money and a lot of time. It's going to take a few months to do that. And anybody out there who's like, oh no, it shouldn't cost that much, trust me, okay, web development, if done right, is not cheap at all. So that's happening. The bunker is well underway. It's being constructed. I'm not going to talk too much about that. Oh, what did we get? What did we get? What did we get? Something just popped up. Oh, it's showing the donation through Super Chat. Better late than never. I'm just like, it's taking a little while for it to show up. Or did it just do another 50 rubles? No, that's a day ago. Yeah, no, that's it right there. But anyway, so the bunker is well underway, but even well underway, it still has a few months left. We're hoping to move in there, I'm just going to say April-ish. I doubt it'll be as early as March. Could be as late as May. I hope it's not later than May. And so, but that's a huge, I hope you understand, this is a huge undertaking. Thanks to Hunter, who's basically been our partner for this whole thing and provided the funding for it. And it's just phenomenal what it's going to do. It's not just more studios, it's having a storefront. It's not our storefront. We're having somebody else lease it out. Because not that we couldn't do it, but we just don't have the time or inclination to do it right now. We also a huge events area. There's the hotel, MiniWarGaming up top, which will be able to house 15 to 20 people-ish, depending on what it ends up being. We're still deciding on some final touches there. We're going to have events. It's going to be like year-round events happening all the time. All from low-end events to high-end events, everything in between. It's going to be awesome. Huge change for our business. We're still going to be making content. In fact, that'll probably allow us to make even more content, do even more live streams. Enormous change. So new website is a big change for us. New place. It's not just a new place. Hey, we're just moving somewhere. It's like, no. It's a fundamental shift in how we're going to be doing business as well. So that's huge for us. So I don't think I want to try to make a miniature war game in the same year or the same few years after all that comes out, because it is expensive and it is time consuming. So I'm sorry, it's just not going to be happening. Let's jump right down here. So we got Titus 319. Matt, when we start taking bookings for the bunk rooms? When we know when we're actually going to open. So probably not for a while. I don't want the stress of figuring all that out and then being delayed and all these people have all that. Lethal Chicken 56, a painting tutorial Twitch stream would be awesome. That's true. Live painting with Chris. I think that's a great idea. He's already got the setup in there and everything, so it wouldn't be hard for him to do that. Skull Zedum, Matt, Aaron, how does it feel to have more viewers than Warhammer Live? Really? They usually have way more viewers than this. 414 viewers right now. Jagoms, aren't you guys afraid of the fierce competition in the D&D genre videos like Geek and Sundry? Not at all. In fact, they're inspiring it. It's an interesting thing to say, are you worried about competition? Of course. But if there was no competition, then there's no market. Now, we were super lucky to start in the miniature wargaming video making genre when there was hardly any competition. But let me tell you, we didn't make a profit for the first 6 years of our business. Probably because there wasn't a market to make a profit from. We just happened to be fortunate enough to start and have such a time and to have a secondary income from my other business to allow us to continue to the point where as YouTube grew, we grew with it and became the biggest channel. I'm not trying to knock that. I think we put out really good content, but I think it's also because we happen to be at the right time at the right place. So combining that with how hard we worked, which I hope that it looks like we worked hard and continue to work hard. We play and call it work, of course, but that has allowed us to rise with that. Now with Twitch, of course, we weren't the first. Yes, we're not going to be the biggest D&D one, maybe never. But the reason that there is such fierce competition is because it is incredibly popular. And we have an existing audience. We have a huge advantage over other people just starting a D&D live stream, that we have an existing audience. And we're also going to be doing like 40K. I'm hoping in January or February to start 40K Wrath and Glory. I've been in contact with the company Ulysses, and they're excited to work with us to do that. Been in contact with Cubicle to do the Age of Sigmar role-playing game, so we're going to be talking more about that. That's not supposed to come out till later next year, but I can't wait to role-play in the Age of Sigmar universe as well. So it really matches up with our current audience as is. And I love role-playing games. In fact, I'll tell you a secret that maybe I shouldn't say. I like role-playing more than I like miniature wargaming. I just love it to death. And I love miniature wargaming. It's a passion of mine. But I just am insanely addicted and love role-playing games. It's just phenomenal. Somebody's asking, did you already mention why Quirk is leaving? Quirk no longer works here. I'm not going to go into details why. It's just not something that I should or need to do. Official move date, I've already answered that. Zellhacker, so what about Blackstone Fortress? Do y'all have to paint them? Yes, we do have a couple of them, but Lee has been scrambling and painting it. Should hopefully have it by the end of this week. Here's our second set, which we'll probably do as a giveaway sometime. Not today, not today. But I can't wait to play Blackstone Fortress. Unfortunately, it's hard because I know other channels were able to get up content for it, but for us, we're just packed with our production schedule, and just having one person painting, we just weren't able to get it out in time to get something up last week. So hopefully in the next week or two, you'll see some Blackstone. But yeah. Corn Puffs 9. Hey Matt, excuse my spam, but can we have a Custodes campaign? No plans yet for what the next campaigns are. Luca is currently working on the next Deathwatch campaign with our writer Miles Drake. And so you'll see that one coming out next for 40K and see how that goes. That should be fun. Zawadin, is there a plan for a D&D streaming room in the bunker? Well, there's going to be 6 studios, and we're just going to convert one of those studios to a streaming studio. They're all being hardwired to have internet into them, so we can stream in any of the studios, but lugging the computer around will be kind of a pain, so we'll probably stay in one studio for a while, have it all set up, and then change it every once in a while. Rumor TV only has 141 viewers at the moment. Aren't they? They're not doing a battle report right now, right? And I've kind of been pulling people over from YouTube. By the way, if you're on YouTube, come over to twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming. I'm only reading the Twitch chat. We need help boosting our numbers over here. See, we're also cheating that way too. They're not streaming over on YouTube as well. YouTube gets way more viewers on their live than Twitch does, which is why I wish I could multi-stream, but unfortunately it does not. Yeah, and they're also, like Brittany said, Brinty says, they're not doing anything super interesting at the moment, so the viewers are low. So they get a lot more viewers during their battle reports. Bane Harlock is a D&D game going to be set in Exandria. It's going to be set in a custom location. I did a bit of a show on this yesterday. I'm still working on the location of the maps and all, but it will be it'll be a MiniWarGaming custom location. It's not necessarily. It might be it's kind of on the same world as D&D or on a world that's close. So it'll borrow heavily from the existing D&D worlds. It's just going to be all new locations. Hall's Variety Pack. Why would MiniWarGaming be worried of the Dungeons and Dragons competition? They will crush them, drive them from their lands, and hear the lamentations of their women. Sorry, I switched from like something accent to another accent to another accent. I don't know if we'll crush all the D&D competition. There are some really good channels out there. And look, let's face it, Critical Role, they're fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. We're going to be like a PG version of them. It won't be all the swearing and other stuff that goes on in that. But it's high production value. Matt Mercer is a fantastic GM. The players are all voice actors, for goodness sakes. And they're all best friends that have been together forever, so they really know each other well. They've got access to so much high quality production value stuff too, to just kind of cap it all off. So they deserve every bit of success they've had there. Gargs10, did I hear you say MiniWarGaming is going to be doing a podcast? That's right. The one show that we'll be doing, Colin will be running it, will be our talk show. It will be a podcast. So we are going to be working on making it available like MP3 version through all the different, like through iTunes as well. So Ure says, no more Dark Heresy. Not for now, and maybe not ever again. Dark Heresy was a fun game, but now we've got a new 40K roleplay game out. Dungeons and Dragons is a lot of fun. We have Age of Sigmar coming out. I'm not going to say we're never going to do Dark Heresy again, because honestly, don't ask me what we're doing 6 months from now. Ask me what we're doing next month, and I'll probably have a better idea of what's going on. So somebody asked me with the Black Fortress box. I already showed that. Uncle Servo, what RPGs do you like to play, Matt? Right now, D&D 5th edition is my favorite. I think it's my favorite one that I've ever played. Growing up, the first role-playing game I got into was Advanced Fighting Fantasy, which was actually created by the same creators of Games Workshop, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone, who created the Fighting Fantasy Choose Your Own Adventure kind of books, which I loved. And then I was at a bookstore and I saw Advanced Fighting Fantasy, and my grandma was with me, and I was a teenager at the time, 12 or 13. And it was my birthday, and she's like, well, I was going to let you buy one of these, any book that you want. And so I picked it up thinking it was just a cooler version of it. Didn't realize what a role-playing game even was. And it wasn't even the main rule book. It was an expansion to it. So I was like, I had no idea what I was reading. It took me forever to figure out what it actually was. Eventually got the other books. Dave and I started doing that role-playing with my brothers. And I had so much fun. We got into Mech Warrior role-playing game because we had played Battletech. I eventually made my own role-playing games. I never played Dungeons and Dragons because there was always that stigma attached to it, you know, of devil worship and everything. Growing up in a Christian home and everything. Not that my parents ever said that, but I've always just kind of felt that. And thankfully, over time, that stigma has lessened. Now it's video games that are of the devil and everything else. You know, something else that the media needs to demonize and blame all the problems of kids on. But I probably would have been into D&D if that weren't the case. And so I played D&D 4th edition. That was my first edition of D&D. Didn't like it very much. I enjoyed role-playing. I had a fun time with the people we role-played with, but I didn't like the system. 5th edition is just fantastic. So I like that. Dark Heresy was fun. The system is clunky. It's an elegant, simple system, but there's a million tables to look up. I'm sure if I knew the game really, really well, then that wouldn't have been as much of a problem. But it just, yeah, it's just a lot to kind of go on. I do look forward to doing Wrath and Glory, and I do really look forward to doing Age of Sigmar. I'm not sure how fun the systems will be, but I love the settings, so that can make up a lot for the lack of the system being good. D&D, for me, it's all about the system, not about the setting, because to me, D&D is your generic fantasy setting. And I know, of course, it's not just generic, it's got a bunch of its own stuff, but I can kind of do anything I can think about fantasy, I can just kind of do there, and it works. So whereas 40K and Age of Sigmar, I love the settings, and so I'm going to look forward to that. If the systems aren't perfect, the settings will make up for that. There are too many comments in chat for me too. You know what, let's do a giveaway. And let's see if I can figure out how to do this. All right, so I've got Nightvault users. We got all these users. Hold on. Oh, because the keyword was empty. So I'm gonna create a keyword. What should it be? What should it be? We're gonna give away Kill Team Commander expansion first. So basically, what's gonna happen is I know D&D does more than generic fantasy. Trust me, I get it. I get it. It's not just generic fantasy, and it can do all sorts of stuff. But I'm just saying that I love generic fantasy. Generic fantasy is great, and so it's just generic fantasy is great. So the fact that the D&D system is so elegant and so awesome is what I like about it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a word. In order to enter the contest, I'd stop chatting right now if I were you, because I'm not sure if it delays how often you can chat. I'm gonna set a timer for a minute. You know what? Let me pull up the timer. No, it's gonna be too hard. I'll just count down. Let me grab my phone. Timer on my phone. I'm gonna tell you what the word is, and you just got to type that word, not case sensitive. So you can just type it in uppercase, lowercase in the chat, and just that word. Don't put it in a sentence. You have the same phone case as me? That's awesome. It's a pretty ugly phone case. But it does the job. So I'm going to set the timer to 1 minute. And after that 1 minute, and you can only put it in once, because this thing has an anti-spam. If you put more than one time, you will be disqualified. Okay? And then I will randomly pick somebody, and I will only re-roll if it happens to pick itself. The Nightbot sometimes picks itself as the winner. So we're going to clear. How do I clear all the users? Reset eligibility. Reset. Why aren't you? Oh, how do I clear it? It says there's 223 eligible users. Boom, boom, boom. Reset. Okay, so regular subscribers and users. Hold on. Am I doing it? Am I doing it wrong? Let's find out in a second. I'm gonna try it right now. But it's showing a bunch of people are already eligible. Hey, Aaron. Aaron. Hold on. I haven't even started the thing, and it says there's already 223 eligible users.
Yes.
How do I clear this?
Go into a different thing. Just hit logs.
Oh, I see.
And then go back.
Oh, so it doesn't automatically refresh that. But then why is it giving me eligible users before they even... Oh, active users, so I go keyword instead.
Yeah.
See, why are people coming up?
Still.
Oh, it still says 0 eligible users. So it's just all I see. It's just telling me the ones that are...
Okay,
here we go.
Don't forget to enable.
Right, enable anti-spam. Here's a keyword, which I'll say in a second. Regular luck. Anybody can win as long as they put the keyword in.
Except for mods.
Except for mods. We turned off mods. Okay, the word is team. T-E-A-M. Countdown timer has started. Team, as in kill team. Just one word, team. Okay, good. So it's showing a bunch of eligible. It's actually showing it. All right. So this much time. Just write the word team. Don't do it more than once, or you will be disqualified. Team. T-E-A-M. If you're on YouTube and you are writing team in the chat, quickly get over to Twitch, because it's only in Twitch that it counts. Twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming. Get over there fast. You got 30 seconds.
YouTube chat for that.
Yeah, I know, right? How many people in the YouTube chat are doing it? I said it a bunch of times, but still, some people may have joined just right before. This many seconds left. Is there a bunch of people in YouTube chat typing team? Well,
It's not case sensitive.
it's not case sensitive. Aw.
Thanks, Kat.
We did notice. Is there a bunch of people saying team in the YouTube chat?
Stop right there.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to extend it by 30 seconds to give people in YouTube chat a chance to get over here.
Yeah. And
30 seconds.
And there's a slight delay.
And there's a slight delay, yep. So we're gonna count that down. Type team, TEAM in the Twitch chat.
115 people, 116 people eligible.
Yeah, we have 116 in there so far. Get over here. I'm gonna let this finish, and then I'll give it a few more seconds to allow for the delay. How many people are on Twitch right now? We got 476 on Twitch. Yeah. That's great. These guys are awesome.
More some other channels they were saying earlier.
And we're out of time. So we're just going to shut up.
I just want to see who wins now.
So I just click roll it whenever I want to?
Yep.
I'm going to wait a few seconds for it to sync. Hopefully you didn't put more than once. We got 116 eligible users, it looks like.
Yep.
And roll it. Boom. EagleX111 has won the giveaway. There's no I in team. It took you EagleX111. So how do we normally get them to get a hold of us?
If they can send it over to support@miniwargaming.com.
How do they prove it's them?
Or they can send it through.
Oh, did they just message us saying thanks?
Private message they sent us.
Okay.
So that'll show up.
Unless they said thanks in the chat and it shows up.
I don't think so.
I thought I saw thanks.
I don't know. Send support with a screenshot or something of your login. Well, not your login. Your name.
Your
on
password.
Twitch.
Give us your password from Twitch so we can log in and make sure that it was actually you.
We're getting banned.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Do that or send us a private message.
Just whisper the answer
over Twitch, and I'll check both after the stream.
Oh, whisper MiniWarGaming with your email. Yeah, do that too.
Yeah, that works.
Whisper MiniWarGaming with your email. And
I'll check after stream.
Yeah, we're good. So EagleX111, congratulations for winning Kill Team Commander. We still have one more giveaway to do. We'll do later in the stream, maybe in another 10-15 minutes for Warhammer, Underworld's, Warhamburger. I like a Warhamburger. That should be a thing, right? What is a Warhamburger? What would it be?
Warhamburger.
It has jalapenos, of course, because it's a Warhamburger. All right, so... Yes, we're going to be giving this one away in about probably 10 minutes. I don't know, whenever I feel like it. So thank you so much. By the way, you guys are fantastic. Getting this many people on a stream, this is definitely going to help our numbers. Oh, we got a couple whispers. Chat not working on Twitch. Sorry, Scott, it definitely is. Okay, yeah, we got an EagleX111. I see your email address, which I will not say out loud. Woohoo! I did a giveaway and it worked. Yes. Yes. I feel so proud. So proud. Okay, what was I going to talk about next? I don't know. I think we've devolved into nonsense at this point. Oh, yes, I want to talk about the Sheol campaign. Sheol, S-H-E-O-L, which is the name of the warp entity that I thought of. Well, I didn't think of the name. Miles Drake has been doing a lot of the writing. You'll hear his name a lot because now that we found a writer, I'm just like piling all sorts of work on him because it's awesome. He's a really good writer. Essentially, here's what we're going to do, all right? And like, you know what? I'm going to answer like 3 more questions in the chat, and then I'll do this because I want to interact with you guys more. How to whisper. I don't know. Like this. You whisper like this. I don't know. Google how to whisper in Twitch. Honestly, Miles Drake sounds like an anagram. It does, kind of, doesn't it? It's his real name, though. May Bene, hey Matt, once you start live streaming battle reports, will there be a chance for chat to influence which armies you choose? We're not planning on live streaming battle reports yet. We may live stream like smaller games like Kill Team or stuff like that, but I don't plan on doing live stream battle reports. It's just like, I'm not saying we won't. I'm just saying there's no current plans to do so. Rosno says, why do you choose D&D? Your existing audience is 40K and Age of Sigmar stuff. Why not have more of that stuff to be special in the RPG community. We are going to be doing those things. We're going to be doing Wrath and Glory starting in January or February, and we will be doing the Age of Sigmar one when it comes out. I've seen a few questions asking about the Warhammer Fantasy role-play game. I'm just not personally interested in that. That's what it really comes down to. Right now, I'm super enthusiastic about D&D 5th edition, so I want to do it. Honestly, I'm just looking for an excuse to do more D&D. We play once a week right now, and I don't find that that's enough. I need more D&D. And so I'm like, well, how can I play more? We don't have any more evenings free. I'm like, well, just say that we're trying to make money from it, and it becomes a business thing, and I get to do more of it, just like how I did that with tabletop miniature wargaming as well. And so, so it's really just my excuse to play more D&D. But I agree with you. 40K and Age of Sigmar, we're going to be doing those role-playing games as well. And we'll see how they do. And then we'll have to just kind of see the success of everything, just like everything else that we do. We do it, we throw it, the spaghetti against the wall, and what sticks, sticks. What doesn't, does not. It's really that simple. Okay, so, all right, so one more question from Twitch. Wow, Matt, Master Troll, says Augury Engine. I'm the Master Troll? Oh, because I'm telling people on YouTube to stop. I don't know. Oh, to whisper, you just have to write /W and then the account that you're whispering to, in this case, MiniWarGaming, and then the message. But please don't everybody start whispering me. I'm not going to reply to any whispers, so I'm just going to use that for like all that kind of stuff. Are you going to hire another content producer to replace Quirk? Not right now. We're going to be waiting until the bunker opens to make decisions on future hires. Although we'd love to hire tons of people, we still have to be careful of all that. Any Blood Bowl seasons on the horizon? Not right now. Miles Drake sounds like a secret identity, says Sierra 72. It does, doesn't it? Maybe he's been tricking me all along. One more. What happened with Kurg? Van Weyden. I think you're saying Quirk. Quirk no longer works here. Not going to go into any details of why. You may see him in future battle reports, though. Okay, here's a good one. Durdrick. Matt, any chance you need more writers for these campaigns? Not yet, but if you really think that you want to be a writer for us, I'd say hold off on that thought. And when I ask for it again via Facebook, then email me. Don't email me right now because then I'll forget about you by the time I'm looking for somebody else, and all of that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna minimize that. I want to talk about our 40K campaign. So a few years ago, we did a campaign called Wars on Apothis. And it was quite popular. In that, we actually used the Mighty Empire tiles, which are those little hexagonal tiles? Yeah, hexagonal tiles to make different worlds that the guests could come in and fight on against the content producers. And there was a bit of a story, a bit of a setting, a bit of a competition to the whole thing. It went really well and really poorly at the same time. It was really well received, but it was poorly executed. It would just turn out to be really hard to do. Because it mattered the order that the games happened, because the results of previous games would affect future games. But since we were filming like 3 or 4 studios at a time, with all those guests, it got kind of chaotic. But people really liked it. They liked watching it. So a couple years later, not too long ago, I decided to try to do Wars on Apothis Season 2. But this time I'm like, let's make it more abstract. We'll still have locations, but we're not going to have maps for people to actually conquer. That didn't get as well received, and I understand totally why after the fact, because viewers, unless you watched every single battle report, had no idea what was going on. They're like, oh, what happened? Where is this relevant? Why do I care? Because there was nothing visual to kind of show you, oh yeah, obviously the Tyranids have taken over this area. Even though I didn't watch all those battle reports, we can see that they did that. And so I'm like, well, we need to find a happy medium, something that doesn't require... that doesn't give huge advantages to one side just because they've been winning. It's more narrative driven, but still has all the cool things of Wars on Apothis originally did. And that's when I thought, let's create a campaign with different places to fight, all the different biomes, so you could be on a forest world, ruins, all that. So we could still film our regular battle reports, but have them have the restriction of being in this campaign so that the games all mattered. But they had to be written in a sense and designed in a sense that it didn't matter if one player got to play a lot more games. So if like Chaos got overrepresented or Tyranids get underrepresented, that it's like, oh, whatever. It's all part of the story. So you're coming in and affecting the story. And that's just the way it's going to be. So it's not really about balance. It's more about having the users come in and help to shape the MiniWarGaming universe. And that's when I thought of a really cool, what I called the MacGuffin world for a while, which is the MacGuffin world being my MacGuffin for having all the different kinds of worlds all in one. And that there is a warp entity, now named the Sheol, and this is named by Miles Drake, And this is essentially, it's a very curious, kind of a neutral warp entity. It's not evil like Nurgle and Khorne and Tzeentch and Slaanesh, even though I'm sure we'll start a bunch of arguments about whether they're truly evil or not. But let's just face it, for all intents and purposes, they act as the antagonists of the 40k universe. And this one is more just like this curious warp entity that's incredibly powerful and goes around and it peers out into real space, sees a planet and is like, ooh, shiny, and it yanks a continent off of the planet or a chunk of a continent and just kind of brings it right to its face, which happens to be the size of like a small sun, a small star. And then it goes and finds another one, and bam, and it finds another one, and bam, it finds another one, and bam, until eventually it's surrounded by tons of these floating, intertwining continents of all sorts. Like there's one continent that's just a hive city. It's an enormous continent-sized hive city. And for some reason, it's still kind of intact. And there's another one that's an entire ocean surrounded by, it's basically like a bowl with an ocean, and it's like the guy's looking up inside of it. And the inhabitants of this ocean is enormous. It's so big, in fact, that it has giant titans that are swimming inside of it. And there's even one that's purported to be an entire hive ship that is swimming around inside of this ocean. Another one is a huge forest. Another one's a death world of some sort. Another one's a lava world of some sort. Basically gives us all our different locations. And kind of works like the realms in Age of Sigmar, that the people live their lives on these, but when you come to the edge of them, it gets a little more distorted, but you can still kind of cross over from one continent to another. And so I'm going to be using the Mighty Empire tiles once again to create all these different continents, and you can fight over them and take over them. And they'll have minor in-game impacts, but it'll more be like where you're fighting will have like an extra rule for what happens on the table. You can play whatever scenarios you want. You can make it narrative, like a heavy story-driven scenario, or you can just play like a match play scenario. It doesn't really matter. But after the game, you get to go and mark off, yes, we conquered a bit more. And over time, we get to see it evolve of who owns what and who's in control of what. And guests get to come in and participate with this. And so it won't, like I said, it won't be balanced. Some things will be overrepresented, whatever. So it'll still be fun and just a way to kind of influence it. And I still plan on holding some narrative campaigns there too. And the 40k Wrath and Glory, I'm thinking might actually happen on there as well, the role-playing game. But I'm also thinking it might be in the Blackstone Fortress, because that's pretty awesome as well. So that's the basic idea. Still finishing up all the finishing touches. We'll probably start in the next month or two. So what do y'all think about that? Let me open up the chat to see what's going on in here. Hall's Variety Pack's almost like the different realms in Sigmar. Yeah, kind of the same. It's not the same idea, but there's obviously some flavor similarities. Skulls at DM. I keep rereading the stream title. It seems as if Matt is leaving. I get where the thought came from, but still. The future of MiniWarGaming with Matthew. The future of MiniWarGaming with Matthew. The future of Matthew's MiniWarGaming future. Yeah, no, it's the future of MiniWarGaming with Matthew. But maybe that's why we have so many viewers. Because they think I'm leaving or something. Did I just...
Junior clickbait.
Did I just cheat with a clickbait title and now everybody's just leaving? Now they're like, oh, he's not leaving? Oh, screw this. I'm out of here. I thought he was.
The truth about Matt's future.
The truth about... Yeah, I should call it. The truth about Matt's future with MiniWarGaming. What could it be? I'll tell you. Another narrative campaign. And it's probably Deathwatch. Days of MiniWarGaming past. Hobby Tyrant. Just make sure the rules and concepts are stealable. You'll notice, Hobby Tyrant, that I never keep any of the rules private. I believe in publishing them for free. Partly because if I tried to sell them, Games Workshop could then sue me, but also because I believe that it's really kind of cool to make rules and share them with everybody else. It would be neat to maybe sell some of them, but it's not, I can't. You can't sell 40k rules because only Games Workshop can sell them unless they license it out to you as well. So definitely, I'll be posting the rules for it so you can totally steal it and do whatever you want with it, just like everything else that I make. Clickbait title. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Shiraku says, MiniWarGaming Josh. Dang, I was hoping. Sorry. Oh, there's a bunch of people that started unfollowing our Twitch stream. Weird. Guy with a rock is trying to talk science. If it's just small parts of planets, wouldn't there be huge problems with the sudden lack of gravity? Oh, no. You see, what happens... Allow me to draw you a diagram, okay? You see, what happens is the shale has a certain warp influence. I'm drawing a diagram so I can show you the math behind it. That even though the continents are smaller, the way that they're positioned on it, essentially, the warp did it. Is why gravity's not an issue. Because the warp said so. The shield has, has these quasi-chaotic molecular bonds that intertwine on a molecular but quantum physical level, and with their quantum entanglement properties, quantumly make these quantum continents. If you put quantum before everything else, it sounds smarter, right? And makes the gravity work properly. So, yeah. I'm not going to try to figure out why it matters, because it doesn't. Because welcome to 40K and most other sci-fi, to be honest. Mr. Gurfist, you got an example of a map there? A little teaser? I don't. I was kind of trying to get one made graphically, and it wasn't working out the way I wanted to, so I'm going to be using the Mighty Empires titles. So, here. You can still hear me as I walk away. Wireless mics for the win. So I went on eBay, essentially, because you don't sell these anymore, and I bought a bunch of these Mighty Empire tiles. And so if you're not familiar with these, this is an old product that Games Workshop used to sell with. I wish they still sold. They also have the Planetary Empires, which is the science fiction version, but the fantasy one works just fine for a lot of what I'm going to be trying to accomplish, because I'm trying to show continent-sized things, right? Essentially, it comes with these tiles, these hexagonal tiles, and they can all stick together. So some of them have rivers, some of them have mountains, some of them have little cities. And so I'll be using these to make these irregular continent shapes, and we'll take pictures of that. It'll all be done digitally. Like there will be a physical version of each of these, of course, but you're going to be seeing a digital map with all these different continents. And there'll be lots of unknown areas, so I can add in more. And the shield is always looking for new additions to its collection. It's kind of like Tracing the Infinite, collecting things. This thing collects continents. But it's a lot more, the idea behind it, at least right now, is that it's going to be more like this baby warp entity that just happens to wield cosmological powers. So it's just like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? And it's really just a reason to create this one world where named characters don't exist, and for some reason everybody only ever fights with one detachment. Because that'll be a rule for playing as well. Only one detachment, no named characters, just to really bring the fun into these games rather than min-maxing all that kind of stuff. Hall's Variety Pack. The top 10 features of MiniWarGaming with Matthew. Number 4 will shock you. Orion the 11B. It wouldn't matter. Once you get enough mass around them, there would be the same pull. You're right. See, gravity. Despot. Hey Matthew, why not use the same system that Corvus Belli uses for their global campaigns? You could aggregate the results. That might work for you. I don't know if I need something that complex. So, Hall's Variety Pack. Their answer to any science issue is just to reverse the polarities. That's true. I'm not going to read that one. Sorry. Because space magic. All right, so let me scroll down. Obviously, I'm still at the part of the chat where people are watching what I said 5 minutes ago. British 1984. Let's be honest, guys. MiniWarGaming without Matthew wouldn't be the MiniWarGaming anymore. That's true. One day, MiniWarGaming will be without Matthew, because I don't plan on living forever, even if the technology exists. I still don't really want to. Just, why? When is the next giveaway? Do I have time to walk my dog? I cannot guarantee that, because it's almost 2 o'clock, and I only plan on doing this for an hour, and I'm having so much fun that I'll probably keep going. And also, we've got 441 people on right now, so I want to make sure our numbers stay up so it keeps the average up from the previous streams that we did that had less. So let's get our numbers up, people. If you're watching it on YouTube, I'm only looking at the Twitch chat. The giveaway is only on Twitch. Go over to twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming. I'm streaming right now to YouTube, but once we become a Twitch affiliate, we're no longer allowed to do that. So I'm really only doing it right now to try to pimp our Twitch channel. So go over there. Also, if you could follow our Twitch channel so that you're notified, that would also be great. Somebody just subscribe to YouTube. Thank you, Chris Mackey, for subscribing to YouTube, because that's still important too. We're still posting lots of videos there. Mandalori511. Come on, how can I bring my buff Stodies anymore? See, some of our games might still have that kind of stuff, but one thing that we've been finding is that we always try to to make sure we have lots of fun games on MiniWarGaming. Competitive games are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But we like to focus more on just the fluffy kind of stuff. And so the one thing in 40K that seems to be a problem is the multiple detachments thing. And so to fix that, and not because we're trying to balance it, but just because we're trying to simplify it, is that we're going to have the rule that you're only allowed one detachment, except with the exception of the Super Heavy. You can add on a Super Heavy if you want to. But yeah, one detachment only. And I think we even said not the Supreme Command detachment. Did we say that?
You said that.
Yes, I said that. Well, I'm the one that's making the rules, so if I said it, then that's the rule. And also, no named characters. Huh? Now, if you want to name your characters, that's different. So I'm looking at you, Gilliman, Magnus, all you buttheads that I see millions of clones of. And it's not because those things are bad, but it's just because we're trying to create this cool little narrative, and this allows us to do that. What is the donation GIF? I guess I should tell people what the donation link is if they wanted to donate. I said you can help us by donating, and I never actually said the link. Streamlabs.com/MiniWarGaming. So.
Well, I think he wants to know what the GIF is from.
Oh, what's the GIF from? Oh, what's the actual GIF?
GIF.
The GIF. The GIF is from. I don't know. I've never seen that before.
It's called the Bat Rap.
It's the MiniWarGaming Bat Rap, as in a rap, like you're a rapper, not as in a rapper on a candy, but like a rapper as in you do rap music. You can Google it to find it if you want. It's an old video that Dave and I made, and it's the only video that I've ever made that I'm ashamed of. And I've made a lot of bad videos.
Apparently, you currently have 287 more viewers than Warhammer TV at the moment.
But I told you they're not doing anything interesting right now. Well, not interesting at all. But
interesting than us.
But I also apparently put a clickbait title. So people are like, oh, what's happening with Matthew? If I knew it was that easy. Just do like a 5-hour stream with a clickbait title, get like 1,000 views, and that keeps your average above 75, right, for the whole month. Twisted Bishop donated $5 through Super Chat. Thank you, Twisted Bishop. Please don't hurt that sweet boy Cullen anymore. Don't hurt that sweet boy Cullen? What did we do to him? What did you do to him, Josh?
You hurt his hand. That's from karate. Did you see Sierra going, is it MiniWarGaming too?
Wargaming? Is there actually a like GIF or GIF? I know that there's always been the argument in the past. Is there actually one of them that's correct? You don't know. Okay. I don't know if I want to start that whole thing. But thank you for the super chat from Twisted Bishop. Just a reminder that if you want to donate, go to streamlabs.com/MiniWarGaming. That would be awesome. I'm going to put the link right here. Oops. I did that wrong. Hold on. Streamlabs.com/MiniWarGaming. Did that work? Is that even correct? All right. Woohoo! It's right. It's short for graphic image format, so GIF. Well, the creator of .gif said it's pronounced GIF. Yeah, but it doesn't really matter what the creator says. If everybody in the world said it as GIF, although yeah, hold on, you agree with me. Yes, it totally matters. Yeah, there you go, it's GIF. I win. MiniWarGaming. MiniWarGaming.com. So yeah, if you want to donate to help us, GIF, not GIF, wrong. Somebody just wrote wrong. Duke Beavington. Mr. Griffiths, Matt laughs at workplace bullying and harassment. It wasn't bullying and harassment. He painted one room and his wrist got sore. Like, seriously. One room. The guy used to like work at a painting place. He's even surprised that it happened. Goodness. We got the fridge 1337 donated $5 before. It took MiniWarGaming to get me to sign up to Twitch, and all on service of the God Emperor. And thank you for all the great work. Well, thank you, the fridge 1337, for your $5 donation. You are awesome. Did anybody else donate that I missed? No, that's it so far. So thank you so much. Yeah, Bat Rep, Tyranid vs. Chaos Space Marines, Warhammer 40K. A lot of cringe. It is Corp and Flager, I know. Grim is asking how many dozen cookies would y'all like this winter?
Yes.
Yes, the dozens. Forever Night, you got some sound tiles back there. You're doing good getting that room set up. MiniWarGaming. Yeah, it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Something beeped. Bleep. Oh, somebody just subscribed. It's still making noises for subscribe but not follow. We didn't turn off the noises for subscribe. Yeah, I did enjoy it, says Corporate Flagger. You should do a follow-up. Oh, I don't know. I do know. No, definitely not. So we're kind of at the point now where I'm no longer talking about the future of MiniWarGaming with Matthew and giveaways. So maybe we should do one more giveaway. Let's do the other giveaway. And then things can meander off. We can just answer. I'll answer some more questions because I'm having fun of this. On a side note, is there an opening date for the MiniWarGaming bunker? I talked about that earlier. Not yet, but hopefully like April-ish, May-ish. Hopefully that's 2019 April. So we got one more giveaway. So the rules for this are as follows. You need to be on Twitch. Twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming, not on YouTube. Get over here. Get over here. How many people are still over on Twitch or on YouTube? We still have 182 people over on YouTube. Come on over. Come on over. It's nice over here. It's nicer over here. So you need to be over here in our chat. I'm going to give you a word, and you got to write that word. Nothing but that word. It doesn't matter if it's capitalized, lowercase, and you need to do it no more than one time. If you do it more than one time, you will be disqualified. So I'm going to come back over to the Nightvault thing. Sorry, Nightbot thing, so I can give away the Nightvault thing. I need to set the word. Okay, cancel the giveaway. I got to make a word that you guys aren't just going to guess before I even start. Is it a word on here? Sure. All right, let's reset eligibility. Let's go to logs. Let's go to giveaways. Nope. Make sure I do this right. Anti-spam is turned on. Anybody can do it except for mods. I'll give you the word in a second, all right? Just hold on, man. Hold on. It's not kobolds. The word is not word. And just hold on there. I'm going to set the timer to 1 minute and 30 seconds this time to give you YouTubers time to get over here. And remember, put the word in once and only once in the Twitch chat. Otherwise, you will be disqualified. Do not put the word as part of a sentence. Just do the word by itself. The word is not bird. The word is deck, as in D-E-C-K, as in a deck of cards, as in construct your deck. See, I saw the word on here. Told you. So deck, uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Do it once, don't do it twice, or you get disqualified by the anti-spam bot, which is turned on right now. And I will pick somebody from that. Deck, the word is deck, to get this Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault. If you're on YouTube writing the word deck, you are doing it wrong again. Come over to Twitch, twitch.tv/MiniWarGaming. Quick, get over there. You got 1 minute left. Well, maybe a minute and a few seconds because of the lag. But Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault, this is the complete, the Shadespire game is totally in here. You don't need to have the Shadespire game to play this. And it has the Stormcast versus the Nighthaunt teams. It's a sacrosanct Stormcast on top of that, so it's awesome. This game is so much fun. It is so great. The word deck, only once. Do it twice, you're disqualified, I promise. It's not just me saying that and not having a way to enforce it. Whoop, this has disappeared. 32 seconds. Deck, the word deck. Phone screen went off, I know. Deck. Uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Do it once. We got 168 eligible, 170 eligible so far. If you are an employee of MiniWarGaming, you are not eligible, even if somehow I roll your name. Sorry, Josh. Stop opening up all those browsers with all the different accounts. Deck. 8 seconds. And well, really a few more seconds after this. There we are. And there we go. Time is up. I'm going to wait a few more seconds, and then I'll pick a winner at almost 200 eligible viewers. Now, I am going to say, I should have said this before, but the same person can't win the second one. So if I roll that one, I'm going to roll it again. Sorry. It's my rules. I can make up whatever rules I want, right? Right? Is that allowed? You allowed to just make up rules on the fly? Just did. Let's roll it. Roll it. RIDIP. R-I-D-D-I-P. who has been following since today. Nice. Welcome today, Ridip. You are the winner. Warhammer Underworld Nightvault is yours. So please whisper to me, your email address, and then I will have Aaron follow up with you, get your address. Doesn't matter where you live, we'll send it to you anywhere in the world. Congratulations on winning that. Ridip, ridip-dip-da-doo, as Andy from The Office would say. And somebody else has subscribed. Gotten tons of new followers today. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. This is just so much fun to see so many people helping out. Okay. Did I get... Somebody whispered to me saying those subscribers are paid Twitch. They're not. That's what we're working towards. We can't get paid Twitch subscribers yet. Oh, there we go. Ridip, you just sent me your email address. Thank you. And the email address that he sent me is as follows. Please write this down, spammers. Ready? Just kidding. I won't do that. Oh, shoot, I'm streaming my screen. Oh, man, that would be so bad. No problem, person who whispered that I should shout out to the subscribers. It's okay. It's a common... The problem is Twitch uses the word subscriber to mean paid subscriber, and YouTube uses subscriber, where Twitch uses follower, which is the same thing as a YouTube subscriber. So it's kind of weird. Hey, I've subscribed. It's like, yeah, like a cable subscriber, like a Netflix subscriber, when there is no free option. But there is a free option with Twitch. They're followers. So I think I'm going to end right here on a high of 534 people. I feel like we should keep going, but I really have nothing else of value to give right now, or to not to give away, but I mean to talk about right now. And I'm going to be doing a live sit and talk tomorrow. And hey, if you're available today at this time, then you're probably available tomorrow at this time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is like right now it's 2:11 p.m. right now Eastern time. So wherever you are, 10 minutes ago would have been when I'm going to start tomorrow. If that's not confusing, I don't know what is. But I'm going to be doing a live sit and talk. That's where I'm just going to answer all your questions, no matter what they're about. I'll choose which ones to answer or not answer, of course. There's going to be more than I could possibly do. Okay. So yeah, so I think I'll answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to call it a day. All right, some interesting feedback. I have a Vault membership. Is there ever a time that I do not have access to all the content with that membership from one website? I will cancel my membership. Well, don't worry. I've already explained from before, and I'll explain it again because that's an important thing. I don't want to start like making you have to pay in a bunch of different areas to get our content. Essentially, if we ever have Twitch exclusive content, we will also post that on the MiniWarGaming Vault. So if you are a Vault member, the reason you may want, there's like two reasons you might want to subscribe to our Twitch subscription once we have it available. One is just to support us, if you want it, because we need that to help grow our business, if you're just looking to help support us. But two, for non-altruistic purposes, it's because it'll be a few days lag between when we live stream and when we post it in the Vault. Just because, first off, we have to wait at least 24 hours, but also there's just the time to get it rendered for that and to get the files all ready and to upload it and to schedule it and all of that. And so if you want to see it right after the stream is over, you'll need to be a Twitch subscriber. That's for the things that are exclusive to Twitch. Our shows like our D&D shows and 40K roleplay shows, those ones at least, start off will be totally free. We might have some also role-playing shows which will be exclusive to Twitch live stream, Twitch subscribers and Vault members, but we'll always have some, or at least the plan is to always have some free ones as well. So don't worry, Kyle, I totally get where you're coming from, and that's what we're going to be doing right there. So let me answer a couple more questions. Ziwadin, will there be campaigns like the campaigns of old, like ones with Leland? You mean like how there's full armies and stuff? Yeah, we'll definitely still be doing those. And when does the next, Rising Ape says, when does the next campaign start? I missed my Saturday fix of MiniWarGaming Fun. That's going to be the Yagviren tour. That'll probably start in the next couple of weeks. And Matt, what is your favorite D&D class? As Phantom K88. Right now I'm playing a Bard and having a lot of fun, but honestly this is my first time playing. I'm always a GM, so I don't really have a favorite right now. I would love to try a bunch of them. Okay. You know what? I will answer one more. Tioini, Matt, will you be making character sheets available to view for the D&D campaign? I think so. Yeah, nothing's meant to be really kept secret.
I think you should.
Yes, Colin agrees. So yeah, I'm sure we will. That'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Thank you so much for joining me today and supporting our stream. Look at that! As soon as the giveaway was done, the viewers dropped. Went down to 400.
You said you were leaving too, and that dropped it.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that, and then I changed my mind.
But it jumps every time you mention a giveaway. It jumps by like 150.
It gets people over from YouTube, basically. Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you so much for joining us today. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you so much for helping us with our numbers. Make sure you follow us on Twitch so that you're notified next time we go to live. But tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing my live sit and talk. So come back then and ask me all the questions you want, and I'll see how many I can answer in like an hour time. Thank you so much for watching. Happy wargaming. End stream.